Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. Thank you for joining me for this video. And we're going to be talking about two players that the Cincinnati Bengals have brought in, obviously with mini camp in session. You're going to see a lot of players that you might not have heard from in a long time, maybe going back to their college days, or maybe they've just been out of the league for a minute. So we're going to be going over some of these players, and we'll start here with the Cincinnati Bengals, bringing in quarterback Eric Dungey, as well as tight end Cheyenne O'Grady. So yeah, these two guys, I'll go over each respectively, and we'll just see what they say here. They were brought in today via free agency. Both participated in the team's rookie mini camps earlier as today as the tryout players. And so they go on to talk about Dungey at 6'3", 226 pounds, a first-year standout of Syracuse University. Originally was a college free agent signee of the New York Giants back in 2019. He later spent time on the Cleveland Browns practice squad, but did not see game actions for either team. He was not with an NFL team in 2020. Interesting enough is that he was on a team in 2020. However, it was not an NFL team here. The team that he was a part of was the Dallas Renegades for the XFL. And he actually was 100% completion percentage, and that's because he was 1-for-1 passing that year. So it was just one pass, and that was basically it. Obviously, we all know what happened to the XFL, just poor timing with COVID and everything of that sort. But he'll have a chance to go out there and show what he can do. And just to harp a little bit more about his time at Syracuse, he was a dual threat quarterback, great size, pretty good intangibles, good release, good arm strength, solid pocket presence and footwork. So definitely had a lot of skills to work with in that regards. Throughout his entire career at Syracuse, he threw for almost 6,500 yards passing, along with 40 touchdowns to 21 interceptions, and then add on another 1,200 yards rushing as well. So definitely was the definition of what you expect from a dual threat quarterback. So now we're going to talk about O'Grady at the tight end position at 6'4", 253 pounds. He's a rookie out of University of Arkansas, spent 5 seasons from 2015 to 2019 at the University of Arkansas, was redshirt his freshman year back in 2015. He played in 26 career games for the Razorback and caught 80 passes for 858 yards and 10 touchdowns. And they say, although he was eligible for the draft in 2020, he has not previously signed with an NFL team and will thus be classified as a rookie. So that makes sense. Obviously, last year there was a lot of guys who did not get an opportunity to really get a true tryout for a team simply because COVID really changed everything from the landscape of the game. So definitely understand that. But he did a lot of things at his time at the University of Arkansas. And we'll just talk a little bit about his last year with Arkansas, where he played 10, well, going back to 2018, actually, was his actual junior year, where he played in 10 of 12 games for the Razorbacks during his junior season, starting 5 at the tight end position. He earned 2 Pro Football Focus SEC Team of the Week honors and back-to-back games after performances against Texas A&M and Alabama, totaling 352 snaps over the course of the 2018 campaign. According to PFF, led the team in receptions with 30 and receiving touchdowns and 6, racking up 400 yards for an average of 13.3 per catch. All of his receptions came in the final 8 games of the year after missing the first 2 games and not hauling a pass in his first 2 contests played versus North Texas and at Auburn. So just a little bit about his time there at Arkansas. So clearly, these guys are coming in. They've got a lot to prove. And so this will be interesting to see just, what happens here for the Bengals and whether or not they end up, on a practice squad or just how that works out going from there. But definitely some fun signings, especially if you got to see them either, Eric Dungey at Syracuse or Cheyenne with Arkansas. So really intrigued to see how this plays out for them moving forward. But that being said, though, thank you so much for joining me for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, as more news continues to break, I know that the news is slowing down a little bit this time of the year, but I'll do my best to continue to get videos in front of you guys. So thanks again for watching this video, and see you guys next time.